First things first, guys, I like to hop into the currency market, or sorry, the crypto market. As you guys can see, Bitcoin is sitting around the $45,000 level. We've seen great enhancements, great upwards movements past that $45,000 level, which we were looking for. That's what we were looking for the past, couple months. I was like, if you compare it back to the cycle, if you compare it to the cycle that has been happening, there was a 2-month period from May all the way to middle of July. Right, May, June, and July. It was just a bunch of consolidation. It was a 2-month period of just sideways movement around the $30,000 level, $29,000 level. Then we seen another type of situation or scenario that it did the exact same thing, where crypto was just consolidating for a 2-month period. And then I said, we're looking for that $45,000 level to break. As soon as it broke, we saw it kind of retrace back down. I think the $44,000 level is a great support level. And I think we can start, maybe accumulating assets to move back upwards. I think we are going to move back upwards. Now, of course, that's one thing that we do have to keep in mind is the war going on in Ukraine with Russia. Okay, we got to keep that in mind. We got to make sure that, we are keeping that in mind with what's happening over there, because it could cause the market to fall. But so far, it actually has increased the market, and the currency market, I think it's sitting around $2.1 trillion. So from last week, if we back on Tuesday when we did our last call, we saw it was around 1.8, 1.9. Now it's at 2.1, going on 2.2 trillion. So over the weekend, or actually over the last week, we've seen over almost $400 billion come into the market. Now, a reason why I think that is because the hash rate, if you guys don't know what a hash rate is, all a hash rate is the total, the total, I guess you would say, mining power behind mining cryptocurrency or mining Bitcoin is specific. And the hash rate has increased, as you guys can see in this chart, that the mining rate has increased high, right? Very, very highly. And that's just because, a lot of countries are seeing cryptocurrency at a low rate, and big institutionals, big players, big people that are in this market, that understand this market, they're buying when everyone else is selling, right? They're buying the blood in the market. Okay, so that's what we're doing. This is what we're observing, and it's not just guessing where the bottom of the market is, but just the way that the market is moving, analysis wise and fundamentally wise. We see the hash rate increasing, meaning more miners are coming on board. Even though China, one of the biggest miners in the world that mine Bitcoin, they banned crypto or banned Bitcoin. Right, there's more countries. They see where one door closes, many more opportunities open. We see El Salvador that just made it a legal tender. We see other countries looking and trying to make regulations in order to make it a legal tender. We see the US guys that are making regulations and laws for cryptocurrency, not trying to ban it, but they're making regulations because it's becoming so large, and they know they're late, so they have to dip their hand so they get their portion. As you guys can see, capital gains, 35% gains go to taxes. Right. So with that understanding, they know they're late. That's why these big institutions are creating a lot of FUD in the market, and they're trying to, cause the market to fall so they can get in at lower prices. Okay. So that's what we're trying to, allow you guys to understand. Don't fall into the BS that Bitcoin is a bubble. It's not. It's here for a while. As we can see, if Bitcoin going all the way back, if we look at a monthly time frame, hold up 1 second. Let's look at the monthly time frame and let's look. Right. Let's really look, even if it has been a bubble ever since it first came out at pennies. Right. Boom, boom, just been steady moving upwards. And it's going to get to a point where you guys are like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. Like, why is this happening? Why is this taking off so early, so high? Right. And it's going to take off, of course, but just understand Bitcoin, all your long terms like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, any type of gains that you guys see with altcoins like gaming cryptos or metaverse cryptos or any crypto that we've talked about, you're going to want to roll those profits when you see 100, 200, 300% gains in those specific altcoins, because you will. The ones that we've talked about, you will see those eventually, but just understand that roll them back into your long terms. Okay. Don't just completely get out of cryptocurrency because it's going, parabolic. Just roll it into your long terms, because long term, we see a Bitcoin, we see Ethereum moving parabolic long term, right? We're talking 3, 5, 15, 20, 25 years, all the way to the time that you're dead. Okay. This thing is going to continue up. Okay, until it does, until it's otherwise, something else comes about and outdoes cryptocurrency. I think this is the move. I think this is the best way to put your money into something that's going to grow long term over time. Other than, of course, stocks are great, but not as good as crypto, guys. I'm telling you, the gains on cryptocurrency are endless. Okay, but again, everything else is going to follow Bitcoin. So once Bitcoin goes up, then it's time to invest into those gaming cryptos, those metaverse cryptos, those altcoins that we've been talking about for the past few months. It's going to get time. Okay, so just stay tuned. We're going to make tons of videos. We're going to make videos, endless videos of what we're investing into, what we're going to be buying, and just be ready. Of course, do your own research, do your own due diligence and everything like that, because of course we're not financial advisors. We're just here to give you guys what's happening in the market that we're doing, and it's up to you to do your own research and invest wisely. Okay, one other thing before I pass it over to Pat, is just a news article that I wanted to bring to you guys' attention, is that the biggest Ethereum marketplace, OpenSeas, is going to be adding Solana NFTs to its marketplace. Now, of course, I think, in my opinion, this is huge for OpenSea, because OpenSea is the most widely used Ethereum-based NFT marketplace. Now, for Solana, there's many marketplaces. I think this is going to blow Solana marketplaces out. Now, of course, we do have Coinbase coming aboard. I'm not sure when, either this year, next year, who knows when, but they're going to also have NFTs. I think Coinbase coming aboard with NFTs is going to blow everything out the water, no doubt. But I think just for now, I think this is something to look into. And I think OpenSea, I think this is going to move towards them doing some type of, giveaway or, airdrop or something like that, because everything else outside of it has been doing airdrops based upon the fees that you pay and all the taxes that you pay, whatever it is that you pay on top of the NFTs that you buy. But I think OpenSea is going to be next. I think OpenSea is going to blow up very quickly. Either they come out with a coin that they airdrop you, whatever it is. But I think OpenSea, if you guys are into Ethereum or any Polygon NFTs, I say look into using OpenSea, because I think OpenSea is going to blow up very, very soon. So this is just something I wanted to bring upon you guys' attention, that Solana NFTs are going to be on OpenSea's marketplace. Okay. But other than that, that's all I really have news wise. I'm going to pass this over to Pat, see what he has for you guys. If you guys have any questions, go ahead and drop them in the chat. We can go ahead and get them answered at the end. This is probably going to be a brief, quick session, honestly, for the rest of this session. We have a couple NFTs, but then at the end, we're going to open up a 5-10 minute Q&A, because I want to hear what you guys have to say. Maybe you guys are looking into new projects. You guys are looking into new things. I don't know, but go ahead and save those questions if you need to the end, and we'll make sure we get your questions answered. But Pat, appreciate you for being here. Everybody, I do appreciate all of you guys for being here. Appreciate every single one of you, because you guys are the foundation of our network, of our community. And I think, it's a huge blessing to have you guys in our community. So Pat, bless you, man. Everything that you do for us, everything that you've taught me, everything that you've taught the crowd and our community. I think we're taking off, man. I'm ready. I'm ready to take off. I think this is takeoff season. Go ahead and take it over, man. Let's get it.
What's up, guys? All right, so like I said, we got a couple little things on news. I want to touch base, update on 1 or 2 NFT projects that you guys are possibly already involved in, and then the other thing, well, basically the 2 NFT projects we're going to do today, we're going to kind of just go do like a live review on them. The one that I have is on the new chain that we are not usually using, but I want to go over it. So like some of the numbers look good, but I don't know if it's necessarily going to be a great one to go after. But I'm going to get everybody's opinion on this one. Look at kind of like a live review. Probably go after, but not 100%. But here, real quick with the news, let me bring up my screen real quick. Trying to flip my screen on. There we go. Thank you. All right, so first one, Balls Cats. Anybody deals with the Balls Cats? They just announced a big partnership. They've been announcing a bunch of them lately, like one of the biggest race teams out of Asia. Anybody that knows any boxing or anything like that, I'm sure you've heard of Manny Pacquiao. He's he's known all over the world champ, multiple divisions from the Philippines, massive following. So he's basically partnered with them. They're going to give them an area in probably the sporting district. And what they're saying is like he's going to be coming out with his own NFTs. So I don't know if having part of this project will qualify you for whitelisting, that kind of stuff. They're also going to be building and basically streaming, I guess it says, the biggest boxing tournaments in the metaverse. And I mean, he's already in with some of the biggest names there are in boxing. His name is one of the biggest there is. So this could be pretty big for this project. I know I've read that the Vox catch, they could be coming out not until the 10th, so we might have a few days on that, like a week and a half. Might want to keep your eyes on them when they come out. I will keep you updated on that part. If anyone has land in Boss Planet, they came out today and they basically said if you have 6 pieces of land that are touching, they have to be within the state grid. They'll take the 6 and they'll exchange it for a full 3x3. So earlier I thought you had to send, when I was reading it, I thought it was 6 in a row plus 3. That makes your 9. I guess they're giving you 3 properties if you have 6 in a row. So you send your 6 in, they'll give you a full estate out of it. I didn't qualify for that, but if anyone does, they're only doing this for the next 7 days. And then they put this little in here that talk that estate owners make it whitelisted for Manny Pacquiao's upcoming NFT. So I mean, it could have some benefits. These are the little guys you're going to look for when they come out in 10 days. This is what when I brought this up the other day. These little rocket packs on the back, they're going to be there. Like I think only 1,000 of them are being made out of the 10,000 that are coming out. So if you see these on the aftermarket anywhere near floor price, just probably be the ones you'd want to go after and pick up. So that is it on that one. Actually, let me see what they just posted something. Yeah, and then they got stuff in with Cypress Hill. I mean, they're doing some pretty big stuff. The other one would be Clay Nation. Let me see if this pulled up. Yeah, so they ended up partnering with. They've been doing a bunch of partnerships. You just saw they did it with the Space Buds. Now they're getting Snoop Dogg, which you see he's like jumping all over the NFT world. So he's mainly been in everything Ethereum based. This is his first one that he's stepping over here. So on April 5th, if anyone's interested, this isn't for a drop, but they're actually going to be doing a live call, I guess, on Twitter. It's going to be Clay Nation. It's going to be the artist, whoever Champ is. That's the artist. It's going to be Snoop. Then you have Charles. The creator of Cardano. They're all going to be on the live call, so I think that's going to be public. But if you guys want to mark that on your calendars, that's something like if I'm home, I'm definitely going to listen to that. That should be pretty interesting to see what's going on with it. Like I said, it's creator, and it's more. I mean, anything that Snoop does, he's got so many followers that people are definitely going to look into it. So by the time we get Snoop in, Manny Pacquiao, get Cypress Hill, like. These projects are, as you can see, are slowly people are coming towards Cardano. You know what I mean? Like me and Jonah were talking earlier, and like biggest projects right now, Space Buds, that kind of stuff. Even if you went to like Boss Cats and did a full rocket, you're only talking like a price of like 3 Ethereum. So like the biggest projects right now are still very small. 3 Ethereum for like a max project is not big at all. Not when you consider like there's projects like the Bored Apes are 120 Ethereum. So like we're not even close to the numbers that Ethereum are doing. So even if we can come anywhere near it, we're that early that these like blue chips will be big. But you're gonna have to stay on top of these. You're gonna have to hold. Like I mean, you got to think like Bored Apes and them. They just got them huge payouts last week. They said it was like ended up being multiple billions of dollars. And like they said, like what other project is just going to airdrop, billions of dollars to their holders? And I mean, they legit airdropped between $100,000 and $500,000 to every single holder. And there's 10,000 holders. I mean, so, but you got to think that that's a project that's been out for what, like 8 or 9 months. People held that long. So there is power in holding, it is nice taking profits. Obviously you have to take profits at time, but now, like we've been saying, if you can get multiples, so you can at least get your money back out of it. And then you can have something to hold on to for the long run. because stuff jumps. Like I just sold one of my Clay Nations today because of all this talk. I've been sitting on like I had two of the good Charlotte Clay Nations. They've been sitting at like 250 for a while, jumped up to about 300 ADA. Today they're sitting at like between 5 and 6. So I ended up selling one just while it was up high because I ended up getting those at mint price when they came out. So I think they were like 2038 or something like that, something cheap. But these are just showing you the two big influencers. News wise, here's a quick one. Anyone who is into sports, or especially soccer, has probably heard of Messi, one of the highest paid soccer players there is, one of the best there's ever been. He just actually got a $20 million deal. So you've heard of us. If you've been following us for a while, we've talked about this token called Chili's token. So this is basically on that blockchain. And then what they're doing is they're having fan tokens. And what that is all the different sports, they're going to have a certain amount of tokens come out. And each token will get you like exclusive things. It might give you VIP access to certain events, certain like autograph memorabilia, voting rights for the team, stuff like that. And they're trying to get all platforms. I mean, they're dealing with lots of soccer. Football, they're only right now with they're using the Patriots. They do have the Patriots. There's a bunch of hockey teams. This is getting a little bit bigger. They're not all out yet. But this is something, if you're like into sports, like heavy, and you're into certain teams that you really like, this is something you could be into. This is one I'm probably not going to chase too much. If I was going to chase something like this, I'm going to chase the blockchain it's on rather than chase like these individual teams. But that being said, if you get on the right teams and you have the right tokens, I'm sure some of these could be worth nice money. And then, like I said, they keep on getting more and more people. As you can see, they got some big names coming in. NFL's stepping in. Like I said, they only have one NFL team right now, but this is all just starting. Next thing I wanted to show you. This one's actually pretty neat. This is showing you how the stuff's growing. So Metamask rolls out Apple Pay integration. So now, with your Metamask, you can sit there and just link it to Apple Pay, and you're allowed to buy up to $400 a day in Ethereum. So now you don't necessarily need Coinbase and all these other ones. You can go right to Metamask, which is a well-trusted wallet. Link it right to your Apple Pay, and you start buying. So this basically this is a big thing. I mean, doesn't seem huge. These are big steps. Like it's a whole nother process you get to skip. Like where you just set up a whole nother wallet, link it to your bank account, get some Ethereum, take the Ethereum, send it over to MetaMask. Then you can start doing this. Now it's going to be the same as working with the exchange. You just link it up to your Apple Pay, which means, well, now that Apple Pay's in, that means MasterCard, Visa are in. So within any time, you won't even need Apple Pay. They'll just do it right through credit cards. You're going to see this all over. Like I said, this isn't going anywhere. We're so early in this. It's not even fun. But that to me is actually, out of all the news I said, that's the biggest news so far. Next thing I wanted to go over, if anyone has any of the, there was an NFT project we went over called the Makasi. They are these little guys up here. So right now, their floor, their first season is sitting at like a 250. All these out, I believe, when they minted. I minted two, but once it shot up, I did sell one because, like I said, I usually try to mint at least two, get my money back plus the profits, hold one. Well, they did their breeding. They've been doing this now for, I think, like at least a week, maybe a little bit more now. The floor has been going up as this is going up. So they have, let me see the other one. So the ITOs, the first season, you see is 280. When you breed them, make the second season, their floor is at 43. If you have two of these, the breeding rate, you can breed with your two characters up to 10 times. I'm pretty sure the breeding rates are only 20. So you'll be able to breed for 20. And then if you wanted to, I think you could just go and resell for 43, not count. If you got any kind of rare traits, you could probably sell for a little bit more. This number is steadily growing. As that number grows, the price will probably come down a little bit. But that being said, it's not that often that you can minute one price and like pretty much have a double up guarantee. Now, that only works if you have the two Mikases. You got to buy two of them. Not saying that this is a bad project. This is like, I was going to hold mine for a while. As you can see, a floor of like 240 for their first edition is a very healthy floor. It's been sitting there for a while. I couldn't even tell you the last time they were like under 100 ADA. And it's cool that you can do breeding and stuff like that. Like I said, that wasn't available in the beginning. Bumping Uglies, when we got into that, they started it. They were the first ones that I know of that did it, at least on Cardano. And now this one is. So what it'll be, just like link it to your wallet, grab your two guys, hit the breed button. And then what they do is they send out your two NFTs. Plus you send out whatever the fees are. And then they send you back 3 NFTs in its place. You get your 2 originals back, plus you get the new breed. But I just want to throw that out there for anyone that has those, just because there is a little bit of an opportunity at the moment to grab. Like I said, it's like 23 ADA, and it is a little over a buck. So I mean, every day right there, you can make 25, 30 bucks just flipping those NFTs. So that was the other one I wanted to show you. And then the last thing I want to pull up is actually going to be the project I'm going to go over. What happens with the crazy skulls are still going. So the next thing they're going to do is going to be the nukes. They just don't have a date for that yet. So I'll keep you guys up to date for that. I've been following that one pretty good. But that is going to be here. So they're even trying to bump over with the doodles. So they're giving some of them the white list, which is kind of good because that's a big project. But all they given so far is prices. Whitelist price is 0.080. Sales price is 0.09. They haven't given the mint date yet. So that's all I know. If you are sitting on the original Crazy Skulls, I think it's going to be a 2-to-1 ratio. So for every 2 nukes you have, or 2 Crazy Skulls, you're going to get a free mint of a nuke. So I'm pretty sure that's the way that works. And it could be 3, but I'm almost certain it's just you need 2 of them. So 2 Crazy Skulls get you a free nuke. You just pay the gas fee for that. But where was I? On the next project. So what we're going to touch base on this next one is going to be, which I don't know if we've ever gotten anything on. It's on Avalanche Network. And this one, like I said, while we do this, I want you guys to actually, I don't think Jonah's even seen this one. This one, like I said, it was one like 50-50. Some of this stuff is looking good. Although it's throwing me off. All right. So I don't know how you can say this. Monies. Their drop is going to be on Tuesday. So it's going to be on the day that our next show is, but it's earlier before the show. So I wanted to put this out here now. This is on Avalanche Network. The price is going to be, as you can see, so they're only having 1,000 of these chests. There's going to be multiple drops in this. I think it's going to be, it's like, I'll pull this up in a second. It's like characters, weapons, that kind of stuff. As you can see, though, they got 53,000 followers. There's only going to be 1,000 at the mint. So, I mean, this is one I would think could sell out pretty easy. The only reason that keeps me like, I'm a little skeptical about it, it's like when we say, when they put their own tweets out, only getting like 2 retweets, 4 likes, 12, 4, like that's the only red flag I'm seeing. So that makes me a little bit hesitant with it. Their Discord, I'm already with. Let me see how many members. I forget how many was on this. So even this is pretty good with 36,000 and then only having 400 online. So like this kind of throws it off just a little bit on whether or not to go after this. The price is going to be 0.8. Avalanche, I believe, is sitting at close to like 100. So I want to say it's going to be like $70, $80 for this mint. And then let me pull up. This is what I like found on their website. So this is the way it's going to work. They got their countdown clock. See, this is 7.7. So I think they're going off of basically a dollar figure they're trying to hit. It's a lot of when the prices are jumping around, they do this. So yeah, you're sitting right around like 76 bucks is what it's going to cost. What's cool with this one? I don't never feel like dealing with the most of the whitelist stuff. So anybody, I think there is still time if you feel like trying to get whitelisted, get a 20% discount. But that's one of those things where you got to get your invoice, chat, and all that stuff. And if you have time for it, go ahead and do that. I just don't have time for getting whitelisted for those kind of things. The only way I usually get whitelisted if I'm in super early. I don't really go for all that like invites, and that's just how these projects pump themselves. And it also makes it a lot harder to figure out what projects are very good when they do it that way. You know, I mean, if they got a ton of people and they say you got to reach certain levels by chatting and you got to bring in, 10, 20 new people to get whitelisted, obviously a lot of them people are just going to click it and then they're going to leave. It's nicer sometimes when they grow more organically. And that's the ones, like I said, that's why I don't even really fool with the whitelist. If I get the stuff, I get it. If not, no big deal. But so if you're going to do this, you're going to have to link up your MetaMask. You're going to have to import the chain, Avalanche chain. You've done this before. If not, all you can do for that really easy is, but let me show you this part first. It's actually like the characters and all. The game looks real cool with this. The NFTs, you got your characters, they got I think it's, like I said, it's going to be weapons, it's hero, it's land. I think there's going to be like materials. It's going to be different, like as minerals, like healing potions, that probably kind of stuff. This will be like their world, their land, your house, whatever you want to call it. But I mean, the graphics look pretty cool. I mean, for 70 bucks, I mean, like I said, if this was on Ethereum, you're going to spend 70 bucks on gas. And even for Cardano, I mean, now it's nothing to see a $70 NFT project. There's not a ton on Avalanche. I'm not even, to be honest with you, I'm not certain what Avalanche's marketplace even is. I will have to find that out for you. But like I said, this one, it just caught my attention because they have so many followers. The only problem is I don't see a lot of like engagement. But I'm going to keep my eye on this one, at least for the next 5 days, and see how it goes. I don't have any NFTs on this project, on this blockchain. So that's another reason I might just go after just to grab one on this blockchain. You know what I mean? Like I'm into supporting these different the technology. I'm here to support NFTs, all that. I'm not expecting to make money on everything. But I want to throw this one out. So I don't know if you guys, what your opinion is on this. If any of you guys have anything to say, I want to get Jonah's opinion on this. And then I know he has a project that he's going to give you guys. And then we can just go over that one real quick. And if there's any questions, we'll get to them. And if not, we can close this thing out.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Appreciate that, Pat. I think the marketplace, if I'm not mistaken, if you go to their Twitter, I think it's in their bio, the Eno marketplace on their Twitter, on their in the bio. Yeah, I think it's right there where it says
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah. So if you want to throw that marketplace,
well, this is this thing. All right. So it's just not open yet.
Got you. Okay. Yeah, I'll have to look more into the marketplaces and look into their NFTs, but I think it's a decent investment. I think it's worth it. We don't have any Avalanche at all. So I don't think having the following that they do, of course we'd have to go into their Discord and see how accurate and how
it's not super active. That's the only problem.
Got you. Yeah. So that's something that we look for, guys, is something, them being active in their chats and, the devs and creators talking consistently. So, I'll look more into it. You can throw their Discord and our chat and throw the marketplace and everything in there. I'll take a look personally. It definitely looks something solid. Looks pretty cool. But we had a chat, Pat. I don't know if you want to answer this real quick. We can answer at the end. It said, what happened with the crazy skulls?
Yeah, I went into that. I told him.
Okay, cool. All right, cool. So let's just hop straight into it. All I can say, what Pat said, and at least with the news and everything, mass adoption. I think that's the word that we need to, really talk about, is mass adoption. It's becoming large. We see, NBA, we see NFL, we see, golf. I mean, we see every single athlete, one of the biggest athletes, coming into cryptocurrency and promoting it. And I think that's a real big sign that it's time to get in before it really takes off, guys. So, just something to keep in mind, guys. I'm going to go ahead into my project real quick. Project that is dropping on the third of April for the public, because I personally didn't get pre-sale. Just something I have been looking at for a little bit. It's up to you guys to do your own research. I think it's a decent investment. I think you can double up, at least double up. Drops on the 3rd for the public. There's about 6,500 NFTs total. It's going to cost 30 ADA per NFT. You can get up to 5 NFTs per transaction. So if you go for 5, it's 150. Just make sure if you guys do go for them, send the exact amount per NFT, okay? Because the wallets calculate all the fees and everything, so you don't need to put any more. Just do exactly 30 per NFT. And then another thing that kind of I guess would say stuck out to me is because one of their team members, I guess you would say the devs or the creators, their head of marketing is someone that has a boss cat. So I think that could be something of high value because boss cats have been popping. That's something that to keep in mind. The roadmap, they plan on to do airdrops. They plan on doing merchandise, collaborating with other NFTs, just like pretty much every NFT. They're gonna have some type of breeding system. They haven't released all the information about it, but they're gonna have some type of breeding system like Makasi, like the Borgs, like bumping uglies, stuff like that. They're gonna have some type of breeding system in Q3 of 2022. They're gonna try, or I guess they're planning on building their own staking pool. So you're gonna be able to take your NFT and stake it. I'm assuming for their coin or some other coin, maybe ADA, to get rewards from that. And then they plan on having some type of metaverse and having some type of play to earn game in their metaverse. So you guys know me. I love play to earn games. I love metaverses. So this is something that kind of stuck out to me. And like I said, this is on April 3rd at 9 p.m. UTC. So this is going to be at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard. And that's going to, 5 p.m. 5 p.m. Eastern Standard. Whitelist supply is 2,500. So if they were to get, I'm not exactly sure how much they can get for whitelist. I'm assuming they can get up to 5. I mean, if you do that math, 2,500 times 5, it's 12,500. So they could sell out on their whitelist. They have about, 4,600 people in their Discord, and they have about 2,000 followers on Twitter. Again, this is one that I'm 50-50. I would say 70-50 that I'm going to go for. It's just something that I've kind of been paying attention to because I did notice that one of their devs is someone that owns a boss cat. I'm not sure how enhanced or how deep into boss cats he is, but that is something that I did realize that stood out to me. Okay. So this is a project that I'm looking into. Again, whitelist is the second, the third for public, which is mainly all of us. And that is 30 ADA per NFT, up to 5 NFTs per transaction. If you want to go for more, just use other wallets. Just make sure you send exactly 30 per NFT.